Welcome back to Pink Monarch Prints. My name is Bobbi and I'm a guest designer here today, sharing with you some quilted tags. I have a couple done here, and then I thought we would make a couple more with each other. And this is the Jubilant Blossoms kit that I made the first two with, and we are going to be using the Midnight Floral kit to make the other ones. These are the fussy cuts, and we'll have to choose a couple of those that we want for our tags. So let's get started. All right, so I did a lot of pre-measuring so that we could, I wouldn't keep you all day. But what I have here is I used manila colored tags here, and then I put a backer with some craft cardstock, and then I used the papers. This time we're going to use craft tags, and I decided to back them with one of the newest kits from Pink Monarch Prints, and it's called the Tall Grungy Tags. So it's so that you can line your tags, and you can write on the back of them and just, you know, decorate them up the way you want. But I wanted them to be a different color so that anyone could journal on the back of them. Now I put some ribbon already on a couple of these because I love that little lace crocheted ribbon there. And this one we're going to create a tag for. So these tags, if you want to know, I believe are considered a number 8 tag. And if you measure them, they are 3 and about an 1/8 inch wide. And they are, let's turn that around here. Let me take the one that doesn't have a ribbon on it, it'll be easier. All right, they are 6 1/4 long. So you can use any size tag you want. You'll just have to adjust your papers that you want to use on it. But those are the tags I'm going to use today. And then I took the Midnight Floral kit and I measured it to the tags. Like I said, these I do not want to put a mat under them. So I did a little pre-cutting and I measured those, and I can measure those for you if you want to know the measurements here. And then I also cut my circles out. So let's see the measurements on these. So this is 5.5 by 3. 5.5 by 3. And what you do to get the quilted look here is you can use a paper punch, or you can simply just cut them. But I have a 2 1/4 size paper punch that I use to punch out the holes with, and I punched them all at the same time so that I'd have them in the same spot on here. And so we're going to set those right here, and let's move our tags temporarily. And then you're going to take your pieces you have left, and you're going to cut them in different directions, however you want to do it. So I think this time I'm going to go straight up on this one. Okay. I probably should have cut through the center here. I'm going to cut right here. And I might make this one at an angle. Okay. And then I'm going to do an angle down here. Okay, so let's put these back together. For just a moment so we can see what it looks like. Okay, and then our circle would go in the middle. Just like that. Now the easiest way to do this so that you know you have all your pieces mixed up is gather them up kind of in an order that you will remember, and you're going to make 5 piles. So I'm going to start here and go across. Okay, I've got that one done. So now I'm going to start with my next group on the second one. And this just helps mix all your papers up so you don't have the same, don't end up with the same papers on the same tag. Okay, and we're going to start number 3 with our circles. All right. And then I'm going to start on number 4 here. So depending upon how many ways you cut your paper, how many tags you'll be able to make out of this. And then here's our last one for number 5. Okay, really simple. And I did see this. I was inspired by Najette. I hope I'm saying her name right. Najette Creates on YouTube. And I watched her do this, and she did a few other things with hers. But I really thought they were really neat. So we're going to set those up above us. And I'm going to grab our tags now. And I'm just using my glue stick. It's just simple to do that. You can use liquid glue. You could probably even use a tape runner if you want. And then all we have to do, we just pick a set that we want to start with. And, you may want to lay your pieces out first to kind of get an idea of where you want them. And to make sure they're in the proper order. Now you can run them right up next to each other if you want, but I kind of like seeing the paper tag in between. So all right, and there we go. So we're going to start gluing now. Hope everyone is having a good week. The weather has been really nice here. The heat has calmed down just a little bit. So that's been really nice. I will caution you, if you are messy with a glue stick like I am, you may want to have some wipes, handy wipes next to you to clean the glue. And this one, need to turn it just a little bit. I got it a little too far over on that side, so I'm not sure if I can move this one or not. Oh, I might be able to. I want to move this one over just a little bit. Turn it this way so I can keep it lined up at the top. And there we go. All right. Now we're going to put our circle in the center. You don't have to do a circle. It's just if you want. We're going to add a focal point to our circles, so that's why I wanted to do that. And if anything has writing on it, you may want to make sure your writing is right side up. And these are really, really quite easy and quick to make. And you could use your, if you're creating a journal, you could use your extra pieces from your journal to create these. Oops, I got that one a little bit close. And if you want to see more of a border, I probably could have raised these up just a tad bit higher. But if you want to see more of a border, you could definitely cut your papers just a tad smaller than I cut mine. Maybe like 1/8 of an inch. think what happened here, let me see. I'm not sure if I can move my circle up without damaging it. Oh, yep. That's the nice thing about glue stick is you have a little more time to move things around if they're not quite where you want them. So let me move that up just a little bit. There we go. And that gives us a little more spacing at the bottom. All right. So we've got one done there. And what I wanted to do for the tag is I had some leftover pieces. And we just have to decide which one we want to use. I'm thinking maybe a plainer one, maybe this one here. Sorry for the squeaking. Table's a little squeaky. So I've got a punch here, but whatever type of tabs you like to create, just grab an extra piece. And I'm going to go ahead and punch a tab. There we go. To add to this. Now, if you wanted to have your paper longer and even come up into here, you would just have to do some additional measuring to make sure that fit the way you wanted it to. Just make sure that's straight like you want it. You can ink these up if you like them inked up, or you can leave them uninked. I might take a little bit of, I think I have some walnut stain here. And we'll just ink that up a little bit. I'm going to ink around the tag slightly. You could pre-ink your pieces if you wanted. You could also round the corners at the bottom if you like of your tag. All right, so there's one we've got finished. And when we get all done with them, we'll add the focal points. We'll cut out a few focal points. All right, let's grab another pile here and we'll do our next one. My son has, this is my son's space I'm using. He has a quiet room that I can do this in, and but his table, he recently put him on rollers, caster wheels, and ever since he's done that, for some reason, the table just wants to squeak and squawk, and it didn't do that before. So I have to kind of be careful how I lean on it and move on it. And it shakes now because it has the casters on it. So I have to, be careful of that I don't make it shake, and I don't want to get anyone sick from watching the table shake. All right. There we go. All right, and if you have never checked out Pink Monarch Prints subscription kit, they have a subscription kit. It's at pinkmonarchprints.com, and it's a monthly subscription kit where you get, it's usually at least 50 pages kit, and it has all the coordinating ephemera and usually a little extra project to go along with it. You get that for a monthly subscription, and I believe it's $8.99 for the premium and $14.99 if you get the gold, which the gold kit includes an additional kit, little small mini kit, and also a coupon code for their shop. I'm going to move this one because it is slightly up too far. Let's see if I can get that to come out a little so they're not so close. There we go. All right, so there's number 2. And as you can see, these go pretty quick once you get started on them. And we'll do this last one here, and then we'll pick out some focal points. These are fun to add to journals. You know, you can just give them as a gift. You can make a tag ring journal out of them. That would be fun, because you could use the tall grungy tags on the back to where if you wanted to journal or write, you would have that space, and decorate up the front. That's always a fun one to do for if you'd like to do in the month of November, if you like to do gratitude journals, you could do a tag ring as your journal that month. I love this daisy paper here. Such a beautiful paper. There we go. I probably could have trimmed my paper just a wee bit more than I did on the sides. I think the height of it is good, but I think my sides might be a little close. I tell you, once that glue grabs a hold, it doesn't want to let go either. All right. One more piece here. There we go. Might have to come back and maybe take a tad bit of liquid glue if some of your pieces come up and just tack them back down. But I think those are looking beautiful. All right, so I want a focal point on my tags. They're beautiful just like that. You could sew around them on your sewing machine if you like to sew. That would be pretty. I have a sewing machine. I just need to learn to practice with it. I'm not very good with it, but that is one of my things I would like to do. So I just printed these fussy cuts out from the Midnight bonus kit, Midnight Floral bonus kit, and I'm just going to pick a few of them out here, and we'll use them as our focal points on our tags. And I did just print them on printer paper because there's no sense in having extra bulk unless you want it to have a layered effect. Then you could print it on a little bit thicker paper, and you could just pop it up on some pop-up glue dots if you want to have a little bit of dimension on it. But I just wanted these flat to add to my journal. I am cutting these out with the little it's kind of like a light beigey border. I like the borders on them, and it makes it easier for me to cut out. All right, we'll get them all cut out here, and then we'll figure out which one looks the best. Now you can always embellish these tags further if you want. You could add, brads or other pieces of ephemera, labels, whatever you like to them. All right, just about got the butterfly trimmed out. And what I like about the little borders on them too is you don't have to perfectly cut around, each little piece, which is good. Because I have trouble cutting in that close. So I appreciate the little borders around them. Now I think I will go ahead and kind of ink these up just a little bit with my walnut stain. All right, there we go. Okay, and we'll just figure out which one we want to go on which tag here in just a moment. And I don't think I said in the beginning, but if you'd like to check out my channel, it's Precious Memory Boxes JJ, which stands for Junk Journaling, here on YouTube. And I hope you'll continue to come back and watch our special guest spots here on Pink Monarch Prints. I'm really enjoying getting to work with the ladies and work with their lovely kits. I've followed and purchased their kits for a couple, 2 to 3 years now, because I love their style. I think I like that right there. All right, I'm going to go ahead, glue these down. Again, I'm just using my glue stick. Love the colors of the butterfly. All right, there we go. And I do think these, I may try to sew around one of these, but I do think these would look really beautiful if you had some navy thread and you sewed around them. I think it would look wonderful. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this today. I hope you'll give these a try. I just call them quilted tags. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.